what did you say when Biden called you and said he wasn't running? Well, I immediately thought of him first. No, you didn't. You know, I mean, fracking. Dana Bash had her dead to rights. I was like, you said this. I have the quote. I'm reading it to you. You said there should be a ban on fracking. Why can't they just go, yeah, you know what? I got it wrong. I was talking to the wrong people. You know, she's had this ridiculously high turnover.
Bill Maher just torched CNN for shamelessly propping up Kamala Harris while obsessively trashing Donald Trump. He called out their bias as the very reason Harris went down in flames. This wasn't just sharp, it was one of Maher's most explosive critiques in years. Buckle up, because this one stings.
CNN is the place where both sides can watch. And
I'm talking about the people on CNN, and I know what the conservative side of America thinks, and I don't blame them. They were just gushing about how great a speech it was. And I think she did fine. I didn't think it was as good as they were making it out.
Remember how CNN treated Kamala? Every bland "we must do better" was hyped as if she'd solved world hunger. Experts and talking heads lined up to crown her a genius. Maher ripped through the act, calling it what it was: PR, not journalism.
It looked like tokenism. It's kind of like the same as The View.
I don't think that you can say that CNN is anything but fair. Everyone who was speaking last night, it's not like they were all Democrats. I mean, we had Dana Bash, Jake Tapper, Abby Phillip.
They come across
giving
that way.
Analysis.
They come across that way. In a moment like that, it was like 5-1.
CNN's defense: they cover Republicans too. Maher wasn't buying it. Sure, they throw in a token conservative, but always 5 against 1. Then came the knockout. He compared CNN to The View.
Conservatives do not trust CNN because it is so staunchly anti-Trump. He's not wrong, because they'll put on people like Adam Kinzinger or Anna Navarro, George Conway, and call them Republicans, or pretend that's being balanced by putting them on by saying, oh, see, these conservatives don't even like Trump. Only Scott Jennings over there can be called a conservative. And Maher is right. It's almost always 5-1 on shows they portray as news programs.
CNN's balance is a joke. Their so-called Republicans are props, weak voices meant to be mocked by the panel. That hypocrisy drives viewers away, and Maher wasn't afraid to call it out. People know when the deck is stacked.
Do you have the time? Your answer is not, I do. Do you have the time? Right. Yes, it's 4 o'clock. Well, you have to understand that words don't always mean what they mean.
And when Tim Walz said, like, the American people, I talk like they do. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're a huge liar, like all politicians are. I don't care, by the way. I've always said this about politics. They're all going to lie. They're politics. It's what they lie about. I don't give a shit what you did during the Iraq War. You were in the Guard. So I don't understand why they just can't. You're just insulting.
Maher also torched Kamala Harris and Tim Walz for flat-out lying in softball interviews. Walz inflated his record. Harris pretended she'd been to the border. The media covered for them, but Maher shredded the charade.
And she said, what did you say when Biden called you and said he wasn't running? Well, I immediately thought of him first. No, you didn't. You know, I mean, fracking. Dana Bash had her dead to rights. I was like, you said this. I have the quote. I'm reading it to you. You said there should be a ban on fracking. Why can't they just go, yeah, you know what? I got it wrong. I was talking to the wrong people. You know, she's had this ridiculously high turnover. Like 42 of 47 people as vice president are gone. Just blame it on them. You know why these assholes are gone? Gave me the wrong information on fracking.
Classic Kamala: dodge, deflect, and ramble. From flipping on fracking to her infamous word salads, she says plenty but means nothing. Maher spotlighted it perfectly. Empty rhetoric dressed up as vision.
Up there is about IVF. I mean, I certainly understand abortion. You know, there's a baby growing in the womb. I get it. It's going to be a human. Doesn't bother me. But yes, it is murder. Again, doesn't bother me that it is.
You're not supposed to mess with that. That's what many people think. You're supposed to let.
Oh, I see.
Great man upstairs.
Oh,
yeah, it goes back to that It goes back to that stem cell debate that George Bush had.
Yes.
Remember? It goes like the Terry Schiavo. It's just like life, laugh. Right. We support laugh.
But Maher isn't flawless either. He still defends abortion while blasting institutions for failing kids. That contradiction exposes his blind spot. claiming to fight for truth while ignoring the unborn.
Donald Trump's appeal to young men. I saw today that the gender gap, I think, is the widest. I mean, it's very predictable. I mean, the women are much more for Kamala and the men are much more for Trump generally.
But it's not predictable if you look at past elections where voters under 30, generally men and women, went for Democrats. This is remarkable. I think to explain it...
Wait, you're talking about under 30?
Yeah, the under 30
What's going
gender
on
gap.
there?
It's very different than past elections.
Meanwhile, Harris is bleeding support from young men. Democrats pushed narratives that sidelined masculinity, and Kamala doubled down. Trump did the opposite, choosing a younger VP and signaling faith in men's future.
Young men and young women voted for Joe Biden at roughly the same rate. Over the last 4 years, and now with Kamala Harris, young women are voting for Kamala Harris at that same level, if not more. Kamala Harris has barely moved the needle with young men. They have gone more toward Trump. There's a lot of reasons for that. I think Trump has exploited culture war stuff. He appears on hyper-masculine podcasts, and he just seems like a fun bro who's not going to ban your zins, you know?
The left mocks toxic masculinity, but strong men build strong societies. Weak men create chaos. Voters rallied to Trump because he embodied toughness and defied cultural feminization. That rebellion isn't fading, it's growing.
This could actually this is a real issue for Kamala Harris, though. Like, this could be fatal for her campaign. So if Democrats need to win 60% of the youth vote to win the White House. Hillary came up short, Obama did it, Biden did it. Kamala Harris is right now at like 55% of the youth vote. If she doesn't get to 60, she could lose the election, and it's because young men, Gen Z men, are breaking the...
Closing. Kamala faces disaster if she ignores this shift. Young men feel alienated, and no token debates will fix it. Maher's critiques only highlight the cracks. Unless she ditches the woke war on masculinity, she's finished. And come election day, young men won't be cheering her, they'll be voting her out.